One of the most common operations is a group operation. This is commonly used to find out statistics about values based on grouping. To demonstrate the group operation in Pandas, I propose we go through an exercise. Let's find out how many flights are leaving from every airport on the 1st of June. And we are only interested in the bigger airports with more than 100 departing flights. Feel free to pause the video if you want to work out solution on your own first. Since we are trying to obtain stats about departing flights, we want to group the flights by the origin airport. The group by function will create a data frame group by object. You can do many things with this. First, we'll get our result with a naive approach, that is, iterate through all the groups. At each iteration in the for loop, we want to capture the name of the airport and the subset of data frame containing flights from that airport. Let's call that data. Then we can check the number of rows for each group by inspecting its shape. If the number of rows is larger than 100, we'll print out the airport name and the number of associated departing flights. Here I'm using an F string to easily access both these Python variables. And I will end the print with a comma instead of new line. So here we have it, all the airports with more than 100 departing flights on the 1st of June. As you probably know, for loops are not always efficient in Python. So let's refactor the code into something more efficient. We start again by grouping the flights according to the origin. Then we call the size function to get the number of rows in each group. This instantly returns a list of airports with their corresponding number of flights. Next, we will sort the result. By default, the list is in ascending order, but we prefer descending order, so I assign ascending parameter with a false value here. We continue calling the resetIndex function. This converts the previous series object to a data frame object. Let's give the new column a meaningful name called flights. This is something close to what we want. The last step is to keep only the rows with larger than 100 flights. We can continue with a query function. Finally, we have the table we wanted. You may notice it's not easy to read such a long line of code. We can press Ctrl-Shift-I and Python Black will do the job. The code is now organized in a much nicer format. I want to make this exercise a little bit more challenging. Instead of just counting the number of rows in each group, I also want to get some stats on the flight distance in each group. For example, the minimum, the maximum, and average flight distance for flights originating from each airport. Again, feel free to pause the video and work out a solution on your own. We start with a grouped object. Then let's try the aggregate function with min as input. I hope it will provide us with something about the minimums here. It turns out that the minimum value of all features are returned. But we just want the distance. No problem. We need to specify the input of the aggregate function as a dictionary, with a key as a feature name and the value as a desired stats. So we are one step closer to our result. Let's keep adding more stats to the distance feature by turning the value into a list. And these are the results we have. Since we want only the airport with more than 100 flights, let's bring another feature, basically any feature, with count as desired stats. Let's keep querying this data frame with a two-level header for the destination counts larger than 100. I save it as a new variable called stats2 and reformat the cell by pressing Ctrl-Shift-I again. Great, now we have the final result, and we also learned the most important group operation in Pandas with elegant Python code.